Well, good evening, everybody. A little talk about silver. I know I haven't been talking about silver because I haven't been buying that much. And when I don't buy, I don't feel like I got a right to be talking one way or another, let alone giving any advice on where I think you should be buying or selling or doing whatever. But earlier tonight, I watched a, a video by Argent Agent 47, and he asked in it somewhere whether you should buy the zombies because they're cheaper, or whether you should buy Morgans at the same price, even though Morgan only has 0.77 or 78 eighths of an ounce, and zombies have a whole ounce. Now, problem is that the new numismatic people are going to be screwed. And my advice to the numismatic people is this: sell every fucking thing you have and sell it as fast as you can, because not only are we getting a bunch of counterfeits that are hard to distinguish, even some have showed up at the local flea market from China, basically, but this 3D printing will make it impossible to determine the validity of a numismatic coin. Say you have uh, we'll just take it as an example. I don't know what they're worth or anything. Say you have a Carson City that in very fine shape is worth $200, and in MS64 is worth $2,000. So what you can do now with a 3D printer is you literally, and you can just literally melt down the $200 coin and reproduce one molecule per molecule of the $2,000 one and get away with it, because there will be absolutely no way of ever proving that it's not the actual coin. They can replicate that with a proper 3D printer, molecule per molecule. It's going to kill, absolutely kill the numismatic collecting of coins. Now, aside from that, that eventually we're running out of ground silver. Now, whether it takes 8 years or 10 years, if you're in for the long haul, then you're going to find that it's not going to matter what year, or whether it's a lunar series or any other lunatic series, what the coin has on it. All that's going to matter is how much silver is in it, because silver has such unique properties that, believe me, they are trying to duplicate day for day, because it is so unique that we're going to be running out of silver, and they're going to be melting these things down, and eventually the price of silver will match the quality and the usage that silver and only silver can handle. And there's more and more technological devices that need silver invented every day. So, so the industrial use of silver will increase and increase and increase. The use of silver as a bacterial, antibacterial agent will increase. And of all places, India is importing more and more silver. They're the largest silver importers in the world, because the country has clamped down on the importation of gold. They've raised the taxes on it. And they're also the largest importers of gold. And you would think it would have been China in both cases, but it's not. But anyway, and it also goes to the assertion that the United States is making it absolutely illegal to export silver, precious metals, precious stones from the United States in order to try to protect the dollar. But all that aside, this 3D printing. Now they can 3D print in any color and any paper in paper, and they will put the collectible cards out of business. You can munch up a goddamn bullshit piece of crap card from say 1908 or 10 or 20 or whatever, and make it into a brand new, spanking new 1918 or 20 or whatever card, baseball card, and it's impossible chemically to differentiate between the two. So if they're going to ruin these 3D printers, although they're a marvel, I mean, they do some unbelievable things, and eventually they will be printing us new livers and new kidneys and everything else. But once these counterfeiters get a hold of them, you will not be able to tell the difference between uh, numismatic, a great coin, or one that has been reproduced on a 3D printer. It's a shame, but it doesn't bother me any because I've always bought silver at the cheapest price I can get it. And even those great sets that some fool was going to melt down, I got at very reasonable prices. And I bought them not because they're great sets, but because they're cheap silver. And on top of that, they're great sets. So I think that Argent Agent 47, that in his question whether you'd rather buy Morgans, which had only 7.77 or 78 uh, uh, of an ounce of silver in them, or you'd rather buy these zombies. Now, everybody knows my view of Chris Duane and Mulligan Mint and all these other assholes. And plus, I hold the same view of the Royal Canadian Mint and of the Perth Mint. These bastards are pumping shit out with all these lunar coins and all this bullshit. Now, you're going to make your money back, not because they're collectibles. If you want to make your money on them, sell the sons of bitches now and buy as much silver at the cheapest price as you can get it if you're holding for the long run. That's what, that's the only advice I can give. That you, in the long run, the, the physical nature of silver is going to foreshadow everything else. And the 3D printing is going to bury the collectibles because they can put out as many Carson Cities MS-63s and 4s and 5s as they want. So you got to be careful, and I hope that everybody thinks about this before they invest in $200 and $300, $400 Carson Cities, because we are on the edge of a technological advance that can just do away with all collectibles. Well, must be time. Have a good night.